every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And who is ready to crack it into the new year? It's the new year, everyone. It's the new year. Things are already going fantastic. Have you seen the news? It's just we're 2020 happened, 2021's here, and it said, hey, hold my adult cocktail. I've got a little something for you. So welcome to the show, everyone. I've got this strange glow going to me right now. I'm not sure why I have a strange glow, but there's a little strange glow glowing onto me. There's a strange glow on me currently. But I'm glowing because I'm so excited. I'm so happy because today is the return of Suited Up, your weekly talk interview style show, the original show. We're going on almost 2 years. Come March will be 2 years of this. 2 years of it. 2 years. Now, for those of you keeping your voice crack count, worded 2. Stay sharp. Stay sharp. I hope you all are doing well, but we wait for people to come in. If there's anything new or exciting going on in your life, I would love to hear about it. Of course, in the comments, because I'm rude. But in my life, I happen to be taking care of a human being right now. It's true. There's a whole human being in my house, my little cousin. Now, he's under 18, and I hear if you don't watch someone under the age of 18, they could combust, like literally just explode. So I ordered the Outback Steakhouse. The delivery driver came, and I said, hey, here's another 20. Can you just hang out in my basement? I'm just joking. His mom's watching right now. He's fine, I hope. He's got a PlayStation. Okay? He's got a PlayStation. We're gonna see if the steak holds him over for the hour that I'm busy. Okay? All right, everyone. We've got a great show lined up today. 3 extraordinary guests. Our first guest comes all the way from the motherland, Mother Russia. She's gonna be joining us. And her name is Linka. She's gonna link you up to a good time. Our second guest is the science man himself, Mr. Mike F. Bell is going to be on the show. And our third guest, she's an up-and-comer. She's a bit of a rock star on this platform. She goes by Ebzy, and Ebzy's going to come on. Now, in true fashion of the show, I was thinking, we've been doing the show a long time. Let's go back to our roots. Let's have a little fun with our guests. So everyone, with each guest, there's going to be a special topic, special activity. These aren't just interviews. This is real content. So we're going to go over some Russian folklore with Linka. We're going to talk about a little mythology with Linka. We're going to see some science experiments with Mike F. Bell. And stay tuned with Ebzy, because we're going to find out about weird state laws with Ebzy, but some of them aren't true. It's going to be a game. It's called Who Made That Law? It could have been a state, or it could have been me. See if you can figure out who made the law. I know, because I wrote them. I wrote the fake laws. And maybe some of them should be real laws. I don't know. You can tell me. But if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. If this is your first time, probably your last time. It's most people's last times each time they come here. But if it's your first time, thank you so much for tuning in. 3 fantastic people. So right now, at this point, we're going to introduce our first guest. She comes all the way from overseas. She stayed up late, or maybe she's going to bed early. I'm not sure. We're going to have to find out. But she's committed. She's committed to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest of the evening. She's going to link you up to a good time, Miss Linka. There you are.
Get up. Woo.
Woo.
Hi, everyone.
Did I scare you a little bit when I said we're going to talk about Russian folklore?
I was like, oh my God, Russian folklore. I need to Google that. What is that?
Well, I'm happy you prepared all your notes on it because...
I literally had only 1 minute, Chris, to Google it. 1 minute. And guess what? I Googled what? Nothing.
Well, luckily, I came prepared today. My mom, see, what happened was my mom laid out my clothes for me, and they gave me a bunch of time. Normally, I have to spend a lot of time figuring out what I'm going to wear. It's already done for me. She packed my little lunch bag and everything. I was good to go. So
already ready to go. Yeah, I slept only for like 3 hours maybe. Because I was making pancakes at 3 in the morning.
You were making pancakes at 3 in the morning today?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well, that sounds like a good place to start our conversation. I know another pancake aficionado. He goes by Blake Premier. He does his with potatoes. Now, are you a potato
Ooh.
pancake maker?
Wait, say that again?
Are you a potato pancake maker? Is that
Potato pancake maker? No, no.
no?
I
What?
think Blake is the only one.
Blake is the only one. Okay.
Unique. Huh?
I can feel the sense of direction of this conversation just slipping through my hands. So let's get focused here. Linka, welcome to the show. It's so great to introduce
Thank
you
you
to
so much.
everyone. How long have you been a streamer? When did you pop onto this wonderful app?
Actually, yesterday was my monthly anniversary.
1 month?
1 month.
1 month?
Yes.
Do that.
Can you imagine 1 month only?
I can. I can, in fact, imagine over 24 months of it. Could you imagine that? It's quite.
No, I can't. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
So-
it seems as if you started just yesterday, right?
Yeah, it does feel just like yesterday. Now, how did you find this platform? Because I can't imagine everyone around you is on it.
I love it. I was kind of invited here by a friend.
Mhm.
And I fell in love with it. I mean, the people and everything that's going on in here. I'm so happy, truly happy for being here. You know, whenever I go live, there are lots of people who are ready to support me, to, I don't know, cheer me up and everything.
Sure. Who was the friend? Do you want to name drop who that friend is?
Adam Bird.
Adam Bird introduced you to it. I like that guy. He's a good guy. I met him once.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay, so had you had any sort of experience in entertainment before this, or was this your first stab at trying to live stream?
No, it wasn't. I used to stream before on like another platform, so I just changed the platform.
Now you're here, and now you're here. Does it feel different? Has it been an easy switch for you?
It wasn't an easy switch because I kind of used to everything that was going on in there. I mean, I had friends in there, and it was really hard for me to leave.
It was really hard for you to leave.
But one morning, I just woke up saying, "Look, everything, I'm leaving, and I'm gonna search from here." And I ended up being here. But like,
You woke up
it
one
was
day
kind of hard.
and said, "I'm going to say goodbye to all of my friends."
It felt like
It's
that. Believe me,
ruthless.
it felt like that. Though I knew that I could, you know, talk to them any moment on WhatsApp, like IG or
Not anymore.
whatever I wanted.
That you are wanted now. You're labeled a traitor. It's not.
Yeah.
it's
Oh my
not-
God, I have like what 70 requests in my DMs, like on Instagram. Like, oh my God, guys, what should I do with you?
Well, if I'm correct here, you speak more than one language. So English is not your first language. You speak more than two
No.
languages. How many languages do you speak?
Well, I'm fluent in Russian and English only.
Mhm.
Then comes French because I studied it for 3 years at the uni. I'm a linguist. I have a bachelor's degree
So you have a bachelor's in French,
in linguistics.
in linguistics, and you took on.
And my first language was English, and my second language of choice was French, but I'm not good at it.
Okay, that's 2 more languages. Well, it's really 3 more languages than I speak.
Then comes Spanish. Like, I can understand it.
Okay.
I'm not good at it, but I can speak it just a little bit. And a couple of phrases in Portuguese. And as far as originally, I'm from Kazakhstan. If you've seen the movie Borat, guys, don't tell me about them. So
That's
I hope that you didn't say it.
that was going to be part of my question, is with the resurgence of Borat, because Borat kind of had fallen away. He had his movie way back when, before you were probably even born, and now he's back. Do you take offense to Borat?
So I just started watching the first movie, but only first 30 minutes probably, and then I stopped. I was like, huh? What? It's not even Kazakhstan. Like, it's not. No.
It's a bit of a parody. I don't know that I would be too happy if I was being represented that way, but I happen to be a Sacha Baron Cohen fan. Do you like Sacha Baron Cohen? He's the actor who plays Borat.
I don't know, man. He's nice, maybe.
He's nice, maybe. That is the most. Everyone, if you're looking for a solid endorsement, if someone leans and they go, they're nice, maybe. You know, that's a quality endorsement. So
I never met him in person. I can say nothing about him.
you have met him in person, or you?
No. I've never met him in person. That's why I can say nothing about him.
Okay. Well, I think that's a nice thing for you to say. I've been speaking of nice things and noticing things. The roses behind you. That's a beautiful bouquet. Is there a reason?
No.
No?
Wow, it is indeed a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not a particular reason. Just roses from a friend.
Roses from a friend, and to the other side of you, a large stuffed animal.
It's my boyfriend.
It's your. I was not even trying to expose you. I just put it all together.
Everyone. Raphael, the audience, Raphael, Chris is Raphael.
So Raphael, that teddy bear. How long have you been dating that teddy bear?
Let me see. 5 months, half a year.
Wow. Well, happy year anniversary to you and Raphael. In all seriousness, that's great. Roses, flowers, celebrations. Something that we had talked about ahead of this conversation was the new year, and how the new year is a particularly special event for you and your country, even different than in other countries. So can you explain a little bit of that?
Oh my God, so many gifts. Okay, so I do know some information, and we don't celebrate Christmas here. Mostly we celebrate New Year.
Okay,
and,
so you don't celebrate Christmas.
Actually, Christmas is today here in Russia, just right now.
And why is that? Why is that? You had mentioned it to me, and I thought it was just so interesting.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I even made like a couple of Instagram stories dedicated to that. So in 1929, Christmas was banned in Russia, not in Russia, in the USSR. And people just started celebrating New Year.
Okay.
And the traditions, they were only revived in 1935. So kind of lots of years of celebrating New Year. That's why all of the attributes of Christmas, they became the attributes of New Year. And people started celebrating New Year only. And they kind of forgot about Christmas. And Christmas became a national holiday. It was officially pronounced as a national holiday only in 1991.
What? So
Yay!
1991 Christmas was reinstated.
Kind of, yeah. On a national level.
That's nuts. What was the original reason that Christmas was taken away?
I think like communism.
Communism. Wow.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh my God, don't believe in God, believe in yourself. Like there was some mottos like that.
Wow. Well, that is quite the history. So for you, New Year's has been an especially fun thing for a long time. How did you celebrate it this year?
This year, I was just with my mom and brother, and I did watch. There is a Russian TV show. It's called, literally the literal translation is I don't know, Blue Flame, Blue Fire.
Okay.
And I just, when I came to my mom, I said, whatever, we are watching this show tonight because I need New Year's mood. And yeah, we were watching it, like drinking champagne. There's a tradition. So when the clock is striking, like when it's midnight, what do? We write a wish on the piece of paper, and then you need to burn it. And you need to have champagne in here, so you need to put the ashes into champagne and drink it up.
Whoa! You burn a wish, you put it in champagne, and then drink it.
Yes.
Wow. See,
can you imagine? I've been doing that for I don't know, for 10 years, I think.
I gotta say, I had no idea. I must have been part Russian my entire life, because I've been celebrating at least half of that. My dreams have been on fire and burned away almost my entire life. So I can relate to that. I just had no idea I was doing any festive celebrations. That's incredible.
Can you imagine how many ashes in my stomach? Like just that's crazy for all those years.
They must be why you're strong people. You know, the Russians. They're known for they're tough. You know, tough people. And it must be all the ashes that they're drinking. That's incredible.
Yeah, maybe that's what makes us grumpy at first.
You know, I would be grumpy too if someone put ashes in my champagne. Who decided that? That is
I don't know. You can also do that. Like, why not?
maybe. Well, speaking of tradition and folklore, while I was preparing for our show today, I got on the topic. Well, okay, if Christmas is now a New Year's celebration and there's ashes in champagne, what other cultural myths or fables or traditions are there? Have you heard of the vodkyanoi?
Huh? What?
I'm
No.
slaughtering it. Vodkyanoi. Vodkyanoi. The Vodkyanoi.
Avadinoi.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I nailed it. One more time.
It's Vodyanoi.
Vodkyanoi.
Yeah.
Nailed it. See? Perfect. Everybody.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris. You are Russian now. Congratulations.
I burned my dreams and I fear the Vodkyanoi. Why should I fear the Vodkyanoi, Linka? I'm going to tell everyone, but have you heard of the Vodkyanoi before?
I mean, I have never heard of any legends of connected to him somehow, but we do have lots of fairy tales, which include lots of characters like him, like Vodyanoi and some, I know, people who live in the forest, or like a crazy witch or something. I don't even know how to say that because it cannot be translated. It's just the Russian phenomena.
Well, I have the lowdown on the Vodkyanoi, everyone. If you're just tuning in, we're joined with Linka, who is a friend from overseas. We're doing our interview here on Suited Up, your weekly interview talk show. So if you want to know about the Vodkyanoi, everyone, it is a folklore character in Russia. And its name literally means the one in the water. So it's this thing.
Yeah, he lives in the water.
Lives in the water. Now here's
ready when you're around water.
So he's considered to be the king of the underworld, the underwater realm. Okay.
Yeah, like Poseidon, or how you call him.
Like a mermaid or a something like.
Yeah, the father of mermaid.
The father.
Who's the father of mermaid?
Like Neptune.
It's Poseidon or Poseidonis. I don't know how you
Poseidon. Poseidon.
Yeah.
See, Poseidon's got a whole nother thing going on. The Vodkyanoi over here. Here's what I thought was really cool about it, because it ties into what we're going to talk with Ebzy about. Do you know that swimming is outlawed on major holidays because of the Vodkyanoi? Is that true?
Nope. I haven't heard of it though. Do you know that there's such a tradition in Russia that it's actually gonna happen soon, I think, like in January. There is such thing, I don't know how to call that. So like there is a baptism.
Okay.
And people do swim in a really, really cold water in winter. And normally it's like -40 Celsius in here, or like -30 with something Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm.
So people do come into like a really cold water, swim in there, because like it's baptism, it's Christmas time here. So
sure,
it's a tradition.
That's the toughest baptism I've ever heard. Baptism by ice water. Yeah, but according to my intense Google research, at night interactions with rivers and lakes were forbidden because of the Vodkyanoi. So anything like fetching water or fishing, those were forbidden at night because of the Vodkyanoi. And so swimming became outlawed on major holidays because many people were drunk. But they said that the Vodkyanoi would take them to the underwater realm to be their servants. He doesn't actually drown or kill the people he takes. According to the myth, is that he just takes them to be his underwater servants, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, some people, maybe they still do believe that.
Yeah. Do you believe in the Vodkyanoi?
Nope.
Now he's gonna get...
But I do believe in magic.
Really?
Yeah, I still believe that there's Hogwarts awaiting for me.
Maybe. You could get your wand, What would you be a good wizard, or would you turn to the dark? Is there a dark side? I don't know.
Thank you, Victoria. I'm a good, kind, cute wizard.
Good kind. Okay. Which house? That's a good question. Which house wizard would you?
Gryffindor, of course.
Of course. Okay.
Of course. No doubts. Like, come on. No.
That's the.
It can't be the other way.
It seems a little mainstream. That's the Harry Potter house, right?
I do love it.
Well, cool. Well, Linka, thank you so much for jumping in the box and talking about all of these traditions. I mean, it's so cool to hear about other cultures. Before you go, what is...
By the way, I have a fun fact. I don't know, maybe it's going to surprise someone or not. Like, I've never... Oh, Roses. I've never used a toaster.
What?
I've never used a toaster.
That's such a specific thing. I have to imagine that people on your live stream made it thing where they're like, "What do you mean?" And you're like, "Yeah, I've never used it."
No, I mean seriously.
Why? Is it a thing?
I've never even touched it. You know.
Have you used a microwave?
Well, yeah, I do have it.
Don't say it like it's obvious. You just said you never used a toaster. I mean, a microwave seems...
I mean, most of people in here, they don't use toasters.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, you said it. Linka, I'm going to have to believe you. Most people do not use toasters. Okay. That is a good fun fact. You know, another fun fact, when do you go live? So if people would like to come hang out and see you use your microwave or whatever, when can they catch you?
Use my microwave. Woohoo. Wow. So it depends. Quoting George, Linka goes live at weird times. Normally it's like 11 a.m. EST time.
11 a.m. Eastern
normally,
State. Okay.
Yes, that's when I normally live. But I do go live sometimes, like throughout the day, like a completely different time.
So the best way for people to find you is to right now give a favorite to Linka, our champagne ash drinking toaster non-using friend. The best one. So many cool talents. Are you a Star Wars fan? Are you a geek? Would you consider yourself to be a geek? Harry Potter, Star Wars?
Well, another fun fact. So I'm drinking out of this cup, and I've never seen Star Wars.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Linka. It's great to meet you. Everyone, take your favorites back. I lied.
Yeah,
don't do that. That was a mistake.
I promise, like I made a promise to myself that if I'm gonna have a boyfriend who's gonna love, adore Star Wars, I'm gonna watch it with him. Like all of that. So that he could see my real true emotions.
That is
cool, huh? Mm-hmm. Yes, I know.
That's possibly the most romantic thing I've ever heard. Ever.
Exactly.
Like the Notebook can eat it. Do you know Linka has foregone seeing the cultural and international phenomena of Star Wars just so that she can give the potential love of her life the ultimate gift of Star Wars live reaction? Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ladies.
That's what I said, yeah.
The bar has been set. The bar has been set.
Any volunteers, huh?
Wow, is that a shout out? The DMs are open, Linka. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
What? All right, give her the favorite back, guys. Give her the favorite back. The DMs are open. Linka, thank you so much for joining the show today. We learned a lot about you, that you don't toast things, your DMs are open, and I learned Russian, which is pretty cool.
Thank you so much. Yeah, don't forget how to say it right. Vodenoy.
Vodenoy.
Yeah, you'll need that word. I don't know where though.
Well, I know.
Well, like maybe somewhere.
Perfect. Thank you so much for jumping.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much for having me here. I do appreciate it. That's my first time ever in here and as a guest.
No, you're a regular viewer, right? Right?
Yes.
Hey, regular viewer. Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Much love, everyone.
Much love. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first guest of the evening, Miss Linka. Where's my music? Well, this is awkward. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name's Chris. This is Suited Up, your weekly interview style show. We just got done talking with Linka, getting the lowdown on the Vadyanoi and ashes and champagne and tradition. Now, our next guest this evening is a mad scientist. He's wild with his knowledge and skill, but he also has an inspiring life story that we're going to highlight tonight. Our second guest, everyone, please welcome to the show, Mr. Mike Friggin. That's what the F stands for. Mike Friggin Bell!
Yeah! What's going on, Chris? What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing today?
Mike, we're doing a show. That's what we're doing. Together.
Pop the music off there. There we
Oh,
go.
good. I was carrying the momentum. You were so hype. I wanted to be hype with you.
Hey, you got to be hyped up for sure. Like, live long and prosper for sure. Like, yes, you can do it.
Can I get arrested for doing this? Is this illegal? I don't know if that's legal or not.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Man, what's going on, everybody? Nice to see you, Jameson. Nice to see you, everybody here. NorCal, thank you for coming out to support.
Yeah. So, Mike,
NorCal made it pretty awesome today. She came by my stream and spun the wheel, and I got one of those abominable snowmen.
I
Or
saw,
the Yeti, or whatever it's called. Is it the Abominable Snowman, or is it the Yeti?
is that name copywritten?
What?
I'm going to say it's definitely not whichever one is copywritten, Mike. It's clearly not that. If one's copywritten, I see no resemblance.
Yes.
I see no resemblance, Mike. I have no idea what you're talking about. But, Mike, it's great to see you. As the resident science gentle guy of the live streaming world, I think we're overdue for you to be here.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that I was granted the opportunity to be here. It's not every day I can come on this late. I go to bed so early usually. I mean, I am kind of old, so.
No. What's a normal bedtime for you?
Probably like 10 o'clock.
10?
Not gonna lie.
10? Wow. That's like
But I wake up at like 4 a.m. in the morning, 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning.
So when
Like,
you do your show, that's like late night TV for you. You've already been operating for hours and hours.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, let's start there. Mike, you're the science guy. The name of the show is Weird Science. Will you let everyone know what that is?
Yeah, of course. Weird Science Wednesday. It's a Meet Me show here, obviously. This is it. Look for this banner and look for that in my profile picture. Then that will be me doing Weird Science Wednesday. It's every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time. I do science, all kinds of science experiments, whether it be physics or chemistry or natural sciences. It does not matter. I usually just try to think of some type of topic to stick to for the week and then try to explain it the best I can.
Mm-hmm. And you do a fantastic job of that. I won't spoil too much of it because we're going to see some of it later, I hear.
For sure.
A little science interaction. What did you do today out of curiosity? What was the topic today?
Oh, today was pressure. It was all about pressure. So you might have probably heard that song with Queen and David Bowie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So had that. But what we did is some stuff with different aspects of pressure. So I went into a lecture a little bit.
Whoa!
Hey, what's up? Bill Nye the Science Guy. But this is my lecture today about the science experiment that we're going to do today.
Okay.
So
well, Mike, this is one of the most fun things we've seen on the show. So obviously, we should only bait it right now and definitely not do it because we need those retention numbers.
Okay, we're not.
Yeah, so let's just totally not do the thing right now because people should stay. So, hey, everyone, it's show business.
Stay and we go back to the fun.
Back to the fun.
And make sure you all hit Chris with that favorite button and make sure you send those hearts and send those diamonds too. Let's make it happen.
He's trying to shoot for me. I appreciate it, Mike. In order to be a science guy, you have to have a pretty incredible mind. The ironic thing is about having an incredible mind. Yours seems to really want to beat the heck out of you.
It does. It does.
Mike, let's just start with the beginning here. When was your first? No, let's even go further before that. Had you started your schooling and entered the science profession before we get to what I'm alluding to?
Yes, I was started, but then I had to go back to college and kind of start over almost. And then once I got back there, I started working, and then unfortunately, brain cancer smacked me, and I was not able to do what I did. So
you were diagnosed.
So now you could probably tell based on my eyes, they're a little bit off, but I'm not uncomfortable with it. It is what it is. I've had 9 brain surgeries and 30 treatments of radiation therapy in order to put brain cancer into remission. Even though I suffered some disabilities like my eyes, I lost my ability to talk. I had to relearn how to walk, how to talk, how to feed myself, everything. But here I am. I am living proof that the mind is capable of incredible things. And if you keep on trying and you focus and try to do something, you can do anything you set out to do.
Absolutely. I mean, I say absolutely not as a filler word, but really as a highlight of you have absolutely achieved that. I mean, you've done something that. How old were you when you were first diagnosed with brain cancer?
23.
20.
And I am 37 now.
23 years old, diagnosed with brain cancer. What was your first thought? I mean, how did you think?
I'm like, oh shit, this is it. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm done. Goodbye. And like, pretty much. Then I lived through it. I'm like, whoa, this is possible. So I lived through my first 2 brain surgeries, and because 2. Because I had my first one and then an emergency one because I almost died. I had a hemorrhage.
Wow. And what, I mean, when you're going through this, did you decide that you're going to keep going forward with your life as normal? Did you start taking chances, start doing different things? How when you live so close to the edge and you truly have to count every day the way that you have, I mean, I don't know how that I would possibly function. How
it changes your perspective on a lot of things because you never know when it's going to be your last day. You never know. Like, that's for everybody. You never know. You could be killed in a bus accident or something. I don't know. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
It's all probabilities. But once you go through brain cancer and live through it and go through so many brain surgeries, it becomes easy to just not care, I guess.
Yeah.
Not give a fuck. I'm sorry if
I mean, I feel like that word's appropriate there. I mean, for we keep it clean on the featured content, but I feel like for nine brain surgeries, you get a pass. I mean, what I'm getting at here is you ended up continuing your education through your master's degree. I mean,
I got my master's in structural engineering, and I've done work in aerospace engineering. I've done work with NASA. I've done work, all kinds of stuff, but I can't talk about everything. So,
in aerospace,
now that I am disabled and doing the stuff that I do, I like to bring my knowledge of science and engineering to everybody and try to make it fun.
You do, and you do a fantastic job of it. What is so special, from my observation, is getting your master's degree implies you have a long-term plan. Right? Mm-hmm. Like a master's degree is something for a long-term gain or long-term payoff. And as someone who's dealing with a day-to-day fight with brain cancer, that just implies to me that you have this sense of optimism that you want to live your life the best for the long term, whatever that
I
is.
just want to do what I want to do, and nothing is impossible. I could do anything, and I will do it. If I set my mind to something, I will do it.
Mhm.
Just like, kind of like this show. I didn't have a show, and I wanted to have a show, and now I have a show.
That's true. I heard the guy who you worked with. I heard he can kind of be a bit of a jerk. So I'm really sorry about him. But I'll relay the message for him to be kind of cool to you or whatever.
He's got good hair, though, so
He's
pass.
maybe. Mike, so aerospace engineer, can you give us a super simplified version of what an aerospace engineer does?
Yeah, they work with defense contractors, NASA, like anything that has to do with space, rockets.
So
Basically, any type of engineer that it's not an aeronautical engineer. An aeronautical engineer is more like airplanes and stuff like that. Aerospace is like aeronautical engineer, but better.
better. I love it.
Space.
Working in the science field, I guess if you didn't get into aerospace engineering, what would have been a different path that you would have liked to take scientifically? Was there another calling that you saw?
I always wanted to be famous and be an actor, have my own TV show. So I don't know, maybe like this is like in a roundabout way going towards that path.
It could. It really could. I mean, absolutely. You have your own show now. We can see it behind you, and it's got a sweet logo and everything.
I know. Look at that. It's like, woo.
That's pretty cool. Mike, what's on the docket today for the science experiment?
I didn't plan anything. I'm sorry.
Is that the sense of humor?
Yes. But anyway,
all right.
what we're going to take a look at is how clouds form. You're probably like, oh, clouds. I see those all the time in the sky. I never think of them. Like, they're just these white, puffy things. But how do they actually form?
Condensation of water vapor?
Yes, condensation of water vapor is a big part of it. And it has to do with, a big part of it is the hygroscopic.
I know the answer. Are you ready? I see you tricking me. Clouds are formed from Daddy J's vape. Got it. That is the caveat. Daddy J is responsible for 99% of the clouds that exist as actual fact.
Exactly.
Exactly. No, go on. You got it.
So anyway, what we have here is just I have a setup with. We're gonna make a cloud because clouds can actually be made in a 2-liter. You could probably do one of these as well. If you have a 2-liter bottle, it's really simple. So let's go ahead and turn this.
We're going to make the box a little bit smaller to see if we can get less pixelated. Is that better?
Okay.
Might be a little. We'll still go with the medium. We'll try it. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
My bad.
You good?
I'll bring this a little bigger so you can see.
Well, Mike is adjusting his butt. That's weird.
Okay.
Well, Mike's here. Everyone, thanks for joining Suited Up. We're currently joined by Mike F. Bell. He's going to do a science experiment. Make sure you stay tuned because we'll also be joined with Ebby talking about Ebzy talking about weird laws. So let's get to the science, though.
Yes. So here we go. We got a 2-liter bottle of water. It's about filled like a third or so. And shake it around, and there's no cloud in there, right? But water vapor is always present in the environment. So even though there's water vapor, clouds don't form because they need something to precipitate on. They need something to form on. So that's where you need like dust. So you might have seen this right here. There we go. The little particles, that's how kind of like dust and then the water forms around the dust, and then you have a nucleation, and then droplets are formed. So once, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this so you can see how clouds are formed. So let's go ahead and do this. What we're going to do is add a little bit of smoke to, not smoke, but we're going to light a match, and we're going to drop it in the 2-liter. And that's not going to form the cloud. It's going to be the...
I just learned about a Russian tradition that's exactly like this.
Except that I don't drink this.
You don't? Oh, okay, you don't drink this. Got it.
All right, so we formed that, and now the cool thing is, watch this. Squeeze it, and this is resembling an area of low pressure when I let go of the bottle. Ready? Maybe I shouldn't have worn like. Can you see that?
You can see it. Yeah, no, I can see it. Immediately poofed.
So it goes away as soon as I squeeze it because that's a higher pressure, and then as soon as it goes to lower pressure, pops right back.
Fat clouds.
Cloud. No cloud. Cloud. No cloud. Cloud.
That's so cool.
So there's something that you could all do at home. It's very simple. Just get a 2-liter bottle, put a little bit of water in it, and let a match, screw the cap on, squeeze it. Let it go. It will form a cloud, and you just did a little bit of science.
You just made some science. That's so cool, Mike. Wow. Well, I feel like we're learning so many things right now. You want to be a television host. You said you've had aspirations of being like an actor. You're doing things now on the platform. What else have you been staying busy with? Has there been any other new things that have happened in life or your free time hobby that have been exciting?
Oh, I am a full-time single dad, so I do that. But I also have help, of course, with my mom. Thank God, because I'm single and I've been divorced for 2 years now, and yeah, I don't need that now.
He said, "I don't need that now." Yeah, I mean that's I would understand that.
It's like I'm single and very happy.
Good. So, are the DMs open also? Is that you're happy, but
yeah, of course, always. I'm always down to meeting people, and you never know who you can meet.
Maybe you can make a little science with Mike. Everyone.
Yeah.
Make clouds. You make the clouds.
Weird science. Weird science.
Actually, that's an interesting point. Is how did you find yourself on the platform? Did it have to do with dating originally?
Let's see. Okay, let's see. How this happened was I was on Plenty of Fish, and I noticed that they had a live feature. I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool. I need to check this out." Maybe if I check it out. I checked out a few different streams, and one of the streams I happened upon was Perfect Flaws stream. So, of course, because I went into her stream, I was hooked on that, and from there, I just kept on following her, and eventually I started streaming. That wasn't until, like, summertime, maybe. But ever since then, I've been streaming, and I'm almost about to hit my milli.
Wow, 1 million. Everyone, first, give this guy a favorite so that you can check out his show, Weird Science Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week. Check out Cool Science Experiments. Here's some inspirational life stories and circumstance. Mike, any last things that we should plug before we start to wrap up today?
Yeah, for sure. My Instagram. You should definitely follow me on Instagram at the same username, at Mike F. Bell. Because, I mean, follow me on there. And you can also shoot me some DMs about science-related questions. If you have a question or if there's a particular experiment that you would like to see within reason. Chris has said that I am not allowed to blow stuff up and do stuff, so...
Why would I ever tell you that you can't use combustible things on a stream? That doesn't sound like a liability at all. Doesn't sound like a problem, Mike.
Yeah, no. Well, only safe stuff.
Mike has, being the smart guy that he is, found ways to get around that through pressure and other things. So there's more than one way to make something explode. That's what. All right. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate you coming on the show today. If you have not, ladies and gentlemen, one last time, hit this guy with a favorite. Catch him Wednesdays as well as his regular streams. Help him hit that million.
Hell yeah. Thank you all so much. I really look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I will be there doing some science. And if you guys have suggestions or anything, please hit me up on Instagram. Let me know.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you. Thank you for the time on your show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Bye. Hey! Where's the bell?
Bell, here, I got it.
No! There! I was like, hey! I was waiting for the bell. Mike got bell! Thanks, everybody. Cheers. And everyone, if you're just joining, to you, person watching, thank you so much for joining. My name's Chris. This is Suited Up weekly talk show. We've been joined by Lenka, learned about some Russian traditions and folklore. Just talked with Mike F. Bell, resident scientist, smarty pants of the @ also an inspirational guy. If you haven't seen Mike before, definitely an inspiration. But our third guest tonight, she's kind of making some moves on the platform. A couple people may or may not have heard of her. I don't know. I get a lot of messages on my Instagram about Top Badge, whatever. And I'm just the guy who says stuff, but I can play my part by continuing the conversation with her. Ladies and gentlemen, our third and final guest of the evening, who we'll be playing some games with. She's requesting the box, right? Ebzy requesting the box. Ebzy. Why did I do that? I got a confession. My voice is still growing. I'm still, getting.
Me too.
I think we're up to 12 cracks today. 12. We're trying. Puberty's tough. Okay. Ebzy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to come out of the gate strong, I see this emoji for you, and it's this thing, right?
The yawn emoji.
I thought you were one of the rudest people I'd ever met initially. Because I kept seeing that while I was talking, and while you were in other streams, I was seeing that, and I kept thinking, why are you being so rude right now? And now I get it's your emoji. Like, what if my emoji was a middle finger? Like, do I just get a pass? Is that?
Are you saying that the middle finger is comparable to yawning? Are they on the same level?
Yeah, that means it's boring. Like, you're bored. Like, what you're talking about is putting me to sleep. I'm not interested.
Maybe like you did something with so much ease you can yawn about it.
Like you got the finesse. So easy.
Yeah, it's nothing. I just yawned it off. Like, oh, you thought this was gonna be hard. It wasn't hard. I did it with ease. I yawned. It's not a stretch. That's what it's for. It's not you're boring. It's just like, oh, that was nothing.
Is that your way of humble flexing?
It is. It's a humble flex.
Ebby, the humble flex.
Ebzy, the humble flex.
Ebby, humble flex. Ebzy, I keep calling you Ebby. I'm sorry. Ebzy, the humble flex. Sorry about that. Ebzy. All right. So can we call it a wash? Like, I thought you were yawning in my face forever, and I keep calling you by the wrong name. So it's
fair. We're even. We're even.
We're even. All right. So welcome to the show. We've got a lot to talk about, including I'm going to throw at you a bunch of laws, because I hear that you might know a little bit about law for whatever reason. Is that true?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why is that?
Well, in the next 2 weeks, I will be starting my final semester of law school. So I'll be graduating in May with my law degree. So
What? Our third smarty pants of the evening. This is nuts. How do you get that reaction often? Do people seem surprised that you're wrapping up your law degree?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it a lot. I mean, like on and off the app, when people hear that I'm in law school, they're like, really? Like, wow, law school. And I'm like, yep, I already, might as well. I feel like these days the bachelor is kind of losing its value. So
it's I think part of it is it's just such an intense thing to go through. It's so much. What has been your learning process so far? How intense has that schooling been, law school?
The first year was the hardest. The first year is really humbling because you have to change everything. You have to change like your studying habits. You have to change your time management habits. You have to change like your test taking habits. Like everything you thought was the right way to do something in undergrad, it's the exact opposite in law school. They make your schedule for you, so you can't even pick your classes or pick your times. It's just like the first year was very humbling. Because I kind of like yawned through undergrad, and I had the eyes open emoji through my first year of law school. But second year and third year, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a lot of reading, but it's not that bad.
I just can't help but feel super self-conscious while we talk because I keep seeing the yawn and sleeping emojis. I'm like, wow. Should I like light some fireworks or do a weird dance? I don't know. I gotta spice this conversation up. Wrapping things up, what type of law are you looking to practice? Because there's many types of law that you can study and get into.
I want to do contract or like corporate law. It's funny because when I first started in law school, I wanted to do criminal. Like I wanted to be like the people on Law and Order. And when you go to law school and you actually see like how tedious and just how much paperwork and the headache you have to go through, it's like, actually, this is not for me. And I learned through like the classes I took, I'm just really good at writing and amending contracts and understanding contracts. I'm good at reading, writing, and amending contracts. And I'm like, I could do this for the next 30 years. So that's the field.
I mean, to say you can see yourself doing something for 30 years is impressive. I feel like most people aspire to not only be at a point of being content, but to feel like they have an idea or a game plan. That's a whole nother level. So congratulations to you. Now, I have a reason that I'm asking this because we're going to tie this all together. What initially brought you to this platform, and which platform are you on?
3 words: role model fresh. I always tell this story in my stream. So I was at my nephew's sweet 16, and because of COVID, obviously we had to do it at someone's house because everything was closed. So I go to the house, and role model is outside. It's like it was a backyard pool party, and role model's outside in a chair with a ring light, streaming, battling. And I walk up to her because I've seen her do this. Every time I see her, I've known role model since I was 12. So recently, every time I see her, she has her ring light and she's always streaming. And I walk up to her. This was in July. I walk up to her and I'm like, what the heck are you doing? And she's like, I'm battling right now. They have to send me gifts so I can win the battle. And I'm like word for word, I looked at her and I'm like, that sounds bleeping stupid. And I walked away from her and I went in the house. So then I go in the house and the whole night passes. So we're having fun, eating, drinking, celebrating, whatever. Towards the end of the night, she's still streaming. So it's been like 4 hours, 5 hours later, she's still streaming.
Your friend had been kidnapped.
Yes.
By phone.
Yes, like I don't see her. I didn't speak to her. End of the night, she's in the house. So she's migrated inside the house and she's still streaming. And I'm like, what is this? And she's like, oh, this is a streaming app. I stream. She explained the whole app to me. And she's like, Ebzy, you would do great on here. She's like, you have the personality for it. I think you would be great. She's like, give me your phone. She gives me her phone and she signs me up on Scout.
Okay.
Signed me up on Scout. And she's like, when you stream, she's like, go in there. And she's like, open your date box and just tell me what you think. I'm like, all right. Okay. So I go to work. I prop my phone up. And I turn it on and I open the date box and I fell in love. And I was like, I get it, because this has taken over my life. Like, I ignore like my mom and my dad and my grandma. It's bad. I have to get 2 phones because it's just like I'm addicted to to Meet Me.
What had you hooked? I mean, to go from that sounds stupid to here we. I mean that's a pretty big shift. What do you think hooked you?
What hooked me is like being able to meet people from home. Like meet new people, communicate with new people. I've made so many friends that I speak to and that I've met off the app that I'm closer with them than I am with like people that I know or that I've met in real life. Like, it's the connections. Like, that means so much to me because I like to talk. So just meeting people from different backgrounds, spending time, like, and I'm competitive. So the battles, I love being competitive in the battles, and I love shooting in battles. I woke up one day and I'm a black VIP. So it's like, it has all the things that I love. In one app, I love competing on both sides, whether or not I'm shooting or I'm in the battle. And I love like streaming and just meeting new people and talking to new people.
I have to pay my light bill. The thing too is you would never imagine someone who has those individual interests would find, something like an app or a platform that could sushi roll it into the perfect combination. And I love sushi, so this is great. Live streaming is sushi, everyone. And if you don't like sushi, you're just wrong. Ebzy, the other thing that I think that's interesting about law, we were talking about many ways to practice it, many ways to do it, is that there are a lot of laws that exist that are interesting. Some of them seem fictional even. So Ebzy, how does it sound to play a game right now of Who Wrote That Law? Suited Up Edition. You want to play?
It sounds fun and it sounds scary. It's gonna sound like I was sleeping in class. I feel like the answers I'm gonna give is gonna sound like I
okay, well, everyone, they actually said she can forego her bar exam depending on how well she does on this right now. So that everyone,
I'm just curious, who said that?
The Vajinoy from our first conversation, the ruler of the lakes and the stuff. Yeah, I had to think fast there. Okay, so number 1, Ebzy.
Can I get help with the comments?
Comments.
Okay.
Should we have some theme music? This is why I need OBS. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to. Okay. Number 1, anyone trying to pass off margarine as real butter is guilty of a misdemeanor in a state. Is this true or false? Who made it up? Me? Or is that a real law? Can you pass off margarine as a real butter? Is that a misdemeanor? Is that true?
That's a misdemeanor.
Is that true?
It's true.
You're right. In the state of Iowa, it is. Ding, 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 ding. In the state of Iowa, everyone, if you try and pass off margarine as real butter, it's guilty of a misdemeanor under the food labeling laws in Iowa. That's true. That's a true thing. All right. You're 1 for 1. You're 1 for 1. Comments. Keep track. Keep track. Number 2, transporting kangaroos with other animals can land you a $10,000 fine. Is that true?
I feel like it's not, but they saying true, so I'm gonna just be a bandwagoner and say true.
I made that up.
See,
that's not a real one. That's not real. It might be illegal to have a kangaroo. I have no idea, but who knows? 10,000? Not sure. Possibly. You're 1 for 2. You're 1 for 2. I really need background fun music right now. Where is my? Okay, they're all saying it's true. Maybe it's illegal to transport a kangaroo, but I don't know that it's a $10,000 fine. They're all mad. They're like, Kristen, it's definitely true. So I made up a true law, I guess, in the comments. It's a fine. All right, number 3, everyone. A particular state has a bounce rule for determining if pickles are okay for human consumption. True or false? True or false? There is a minimum bounce requirement for pickles.
Bounce.
Bounce. Like
Like-
Lil Bow Wow said, all I wanna do is see you bounce with me. Bounce. It's actually about pickles. That whole song is about pickles.
It's about pickles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say true.
You would be correct because in the state of Connecticut, they have a 1 foot bounce rule. If it does not bounce at least 1 foot, it is not deemed to be a consumable pickle.
What are they bouncing the pickle off of?
Out of context, this is a totally separate conversation. Number 4. Here we go. You may only have fish in your front pockets, not your back pockets. True or false?
It sounds so outrageous that I feel like it has to be true.
All right, well, if you're just joining everyone, we're finding out if future law practicer Ebzy knows her laws. And I tell you, she's split right down the middle because I made that one up. That's not true law. Maybe you can. I have kept goldfish in my pocket because they're the snack that smiles back. Tater tots, snacks, pockets are a convenient place. So. Next one. Okay. There is no hunting from a motorboat allowed in this particular state. Is that true? Can you hunt from motorboats?
True.
That is true. In Kansas, it's illegal to hunt any game animal or fur-bearing animal from a motorboat, airplane, or motor vehicle. So you cannot do your drive-by deer shootings. Those are illegal.
Good to know.
Yeah. In case you were considering. I don't know.
I definitely was. So this is helping a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't do your flyover Apache helicopter deer hunts. Those are not allowed. All right. We're closing down here, everyone. We're getting close. There is a limit to 25 free games per pinball machine in this particular state. Is that true? Is it a law that you can only have up to 25 wins for a pinball machine? Is that true?
Ah! False.
That's true in the state of Kansas. If you're
Oh
in
my
Kansas
God!
and you're on a hot roll, you can only win up to 25 games, everyone. It's just the way it is. I didn't make the rules. It's just the way it is, everyone. All right, hang on. We're pulling up our last ones here. Okay. In this particular state, if you sell liquor, you must have a permit to do dwarf tossing. That's little people tossing. Is that true or false? Can you toss? Is it illegal to toss little people if you have a liquor license in one of these states?
False. What?
I don't know. That's a Florida rule. That's a Florida guy rule.
Of course. I don't even know why. No offense to Florida.
It's a Florida thing. Sorry, Florida. All right, our last one. Saying hello after every other statement is in a live stream is punishable by account deletion in every state. Is that true or false?
Wait, repeat it again.
By saying hello after every other statement in a live stream, that is illegal in every state. Is that true or false?
True. It needs
That is
to-
absolutely true. If you
Hello?
say hello in your streams, you better stop it. All right, and that's all I have to say. Thanks for playing. I don't have any prizes,
It's okay.
but
I appreciate it.
that was good. Do you know any strange laws or have any laws that you think would be surprising for people to know?
Any stream laws?
Or any laws in general?
Oh, well, one, I guess not funny, but like interesting thing that I learned was that like, if you burglarize somebody's house in the daytime, it's not considered burglary because it's supposed to be in the nighttime.
So burglary is only burglary if it happens at night.
Yes, entering someone's dwelling in the nighttime, like to steal someone's belongings. But if you don't do it in the nighttime, it's not considered burglary.
So which is the lesser offense, breaking and entering or burglary?
I think it all depends on what you burglarize and what you break and enter. Like if you break and enter a corner store, if you break and enter the White House, you know, it all depends on what you break and enter, and it all depends on what you burglarize.
Breaking into a government building would never happen.
Or
So-
burglarizing.
Let's
Are
not-
you not watching what's going on right now?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet.
FZ, a couple last things before we start to wrap up today. We see a lot of conversation about this top badge thing. Does the top badge matter to you? Is it something that you're aiming for? Talk to me about what does a top badge really mean to you?
Oh, wow. Right now? Right now?
I promise you this has no effect on if you have one.
No, but I'm saying
I promise you this has no effect.
watch out. Yes, I'm aiming for it. I was aiming for it in the beginning when I thought the requirements were 1 million, and then it got changed to 5. And then when they changed it to 5, I was like, I'm never gonna hit 5 million. Like I'm just not gonna get my badge. So I gave up hope. But I think that for me, well, one, it'll allow me to like, obviously because it would help my trending. I would meet more people, which is awesome because I like to communicate with people and, you know, like just learn new things from them. They learn new things from me, play games, have fun, and just like create this little world in my stream. And I think that my badge would help me do that. And I feel like I put in like the time and the manpower and the elbow grease to be a top badge.
So do you feel it's more that you just put the time in, or is there something that's significant from either a sentiment standpoint or from an achievement? I guess help me understand why it's important.
It would definitely have sentimental value, but it would also be an achievement for me because, you know, I mean, even though I feel like people think streaming is easy. You're just sitting in front of a camera and you're just talking, but it's like it's more than that. When you're on here, if you're really invested and if you really care, like it takes a lot out of me. Like nothing else matters when I stream. I'm not watching TV. I'm not doing homework. I'm not on my laptop. I'm not on my phone. Like I'm in front of my ring light for hours. Like I'll sit on here from 3 p.m. till 10 p.m. You know, times where I want to get off and they don't want me to get off, and I'll stay on, you know, talk to people about whatever they want to talk about. We get real personal. Like these people on the app know more about me than like my family does. So, I mean, it definitely would have sentimental value, but also it would be an achievement because I feel like I put in, you know, minimally the requirements to be a badge. I feel like I checked them off.
For sure.
And I think that if I were to get my badge, it would just be like, it would only get better. I feel like I would give people like hope, because people were with me when I had 200K diamonds and now I'm at 34. So it's like, and I don't do anything spectacular. I don't have, you know, big lights, and I have these lights, but you know, I don't have anything crazy. But I think you know, it would give people hope, like, you know, regular people like Ebzy.
I have to say, you're the only person I've seen with a water cooler. So you promote hydration for all the people who come to your streams.
Yes.
This is very nice. Ebzy, one last question. Is there anything that you would consider to be embarrassed about thinking that you've ignored for streaming? Because you said, I've put off doing a lot of things to stream. Is there anything that you've done that you feel like is a little bit walking the line? Like
for the app?
Yeah.
Oh, child. A lot. Like I've like my job, I'm surprised I'm still employed. Like I'm not gonna get into it, but I'll be like on stream and like they'll remind me, they'll be like, Ebzy, like, did you do your timesheet? Because I was doing like a legal clinic when school was in session, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, I have to get off. I have to finish my timesheet. I have a paper due in 2 hours. Like the time will get like ahead of you. So I've definitely played myself on this app. Definitely played myself.
Wow.
My mom has cursed me out. Like, she was like, "Oh, hi, Ebzy. I was just returning your call from yesterday." And I'm like, "I didn't call you yesterday." And she's like, "I know. You haven't called me in a week. Where have you been?" Yeah, I've got it.
That's funny. All right. Well, if you want to take on the responsibility of being one of Ebzy's notifications to let her know to do her assignments, give her a favorite. Drop her a favorite right now. Join her notification squad and make sure she keeps her job. Really, if she loses her job, it might be your fault.
You're gonna be stuck with me on here way longer, and I'm sure y'all are tired of seeing me as often as y'all see me right now. So it's only gonna get worse.
You secretly hope that that you lose your job?
I mean, I'm gonna quit anyway because once I graduate law school, the job is gonna go. So I'm like, maybe I should just do it prematurely. I'm a little,
Yeah,
little head start.
that one. Perfect. Drop her the favorite if you would like to see Ebzy. When do you go live? People want to catch you. When can they catch you?
I usually go live like in the evenings around like 7 p.m., like 8 p.m. the latest, like between like 6 and 8. Like when y'all get off of work and you sit on your couch and you have like your drink in your hand, I'm usually on stream.
Perfect. Well, let's check it out, everyone. Make sure that you drop her the favorite. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Definitely. Talk to you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, our third guest tonight, Ebzy. She wasn't bored either.
Oh, God, stop it.
She's not. She's not boring and all that. Okay. It's nice to see everyone. My name's Chris. It's great to be back with you this lovely Wednesday. If you have an Instagram, I'm in a friendly competition right now with a buddy of mine. And you don't have me followed, please follow me at Chris Casper. You can stay up to date on all the announcements for shows, new features. I talk about things. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, Mayor Bear. Actually, thank you to the gifters tonight. To Sammy, to Yamak, FlexiFlex, Riot, Alice, NorCal, Mayor Bear, Victoria, Gabby, and Noah, or Nah. Those are the top 10. Thank you so much for the gifts. I'm absolutely awful at saying thank you during these. But I really appreciate all of you joining. You can catch us every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the announcement stuffs every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The rundown comes back, everyone, this Friday at 3 p.m. So we'll go over top badge announcements, contest results. We will see how many times I mispronounce words and how many times my voice can crack. So if that's your idea of a good time, basically it's like watching a high schooler struggle, which is kind of weird. But if that's your thing, you can check it out every Friday, 3 p.m. or every Wednesday at 9 p.m. All right, super cool. So I'll see y'all next time. My name's Chris Casper. Please check it out on Instagram to help keep up to date and so that you can harass me, because nothing is better than harassing people on the internet who just want to not have that happen, right? Right. So please do that to me. Okay. See y'all next time. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for joining. Go check out Oregon Star Girl right now or Nick's Style. They both have featured content, and I promise you, Nick's hair is 12 times better than mine. I will see you later. Bye, everyone.